What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Star Bazaar. It's been way too long since our last upload. Over a month, in fact. I've been on an unofficial vacation, but it feels good to be back behind the mic and talking about Battlefront 2 again. Just like all of you, I'm over here patiently waiting for the Scarif update to drop, which we still do not have a confirmed release date for yet. This update was supposed to be the March update for Battlefront 2, but got pushed back to a vague mid-April, which we're currently in right now, meaning the update could drop any day. While we don't have any news on the update itself just yet, there are some developments behind the scenes that help let us know the status of the update. Before checking it out, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel if you're a new viewer. Your chances of getting sick statistically go down if you're inside watching the Star Bazaar, so like and subscribe.
Do it.
The Scarif update is the big prize that everybody is waiting for, but a possible bigger question than when's the update is CT when. If you're newer to Battlefront 2, CT is Community Transmission. It's a text update that comes directly from the developers, letting us know what's happening in that month's game update, or whatever the CT happens to be about. The transmissions that relate to the game updates usually always drop a day before the update itself does. The transmissions always contain the official release date anyway, so once we get the CT, we'll know when we get the update. I was hoping and half expecting we would get the CT today, which is why I captured this Scarif gameplay from Battlefront 2015 for the video today, but that ended up not happening. It's still the week of mid-April though, so we have between now and Friday to get the CT, and once we get that, we'll know when we get the update. Now, our former community manager, Ben Walk, who has since gone on to a producer role over at EA, did have some insight into the status of the community transmission. Out on Twitter, Ben says that he's finished his work on the CT, but it's not up to him when it's released. As the community manager, Ben was the go-to guy for all communication for Battlefront 2, and he was the one in charge of releasing the community transmissions most of the time. Since he's no longer in charge of communication, that's not his job anymore. He follows up by saying, "Please follow EA Star Wars for official news and announcements, as I can no longer break the news for you, as much as he misses it and would like to." By the sound of that though, to me that sounds like the community transmission is done and written, and it's currently going through the infamous approvals process before it gets released to us. In light of no news, that's actually some pretty good news. We have a little bit more, but we kinda have to read in between the lines for this one. A lot of people in the Battlefront 2 community are concerned about the future of Battlefront 2 since A, Ben Walk has left as community manager, and B, no replacement has been announced. Couple that with the fact that Battlefront 2 has actually lost several developers over the past couple of months, and you can kind of understand the concern that players have about the future of this game. While I can't comment on future updates or how many developers are still left with Battlefront 2, we do have some good news about a possible community manager replacement for Ben Walk. One of our communication specialists, Kevin, who goes by Total FPS out on Twitter, had a pretty interesting thing to say about this. Ahsoka Wen out on Twitter asks Kevin if he has the answers we're looking for in regard to the community transmission and the Scarif update. Kevin responds by saying, "I truly do not, otherwise it'd be out there already. I am not the community manager for Battlefront 2. I may have assisted Ben with his work, but my role is different and doesn't allow for that stuff." He elaborates, and this is the important part, "I may be a stopgap while a replacement is found, but not in this way. I'm community interaction, sure, but on certain things, and it's not my place to decide when stuff goes live." So the very first part of that response, while a replacement is found, is what I wanted to focus on. It sounds like they are actively searching for a replacement for Ben and somebody to fill the community manager role, although it does not sound like it's going to be Kevin, which a lot of people actually thought. It's not a total glimpse into the future of Battlefront 2, but it is a good indication that we will continue to get service. Otherwise, why would they go through the hassle of finding a replacement for the community manager? They could easily go without one and just drop all of the updates via the official EA Star Wars page, but it doesn't sound like they're going to do that. I'm taking this as good news, and a sign of good things to come, at least for the next couple of months. So now, let's talk about the Scarif update itself and what we currently know we're going to get in the update. This isn't any kind of new information, it's just a recap from a post that Ben made about 3 weeks ago, filling us in. The post says, "The next update will see Supremacy arrive for the Age of Rebellion. Headlined by the return to the tropical planet of Scarif, the mode will also feature a number of Age of Rebellion locations. We have some updates for instant action, including the addition of the Age of Rebellion, as well as a new way to play offline. Both co-op and Heroes vs. Villains will be receiving some additional locations, and we can confirm that there will be some new hero and villain appearances arriving as well, hinting at a possible Darth Maul skin with what fun. We'll bring you more details on the Battle of Scarif update in the coming weeks, alongside the full deployment plans as soon as we have things confirmed. As of right now, that's all we know about the Scarif update. Ben also said that there's going to be a fix for Lando's cooling success state, which is currently broken, but it will be fixed in the Scarif update, so we have that to look forward to as well. But that's really all the information that we have to go over today. This current situation happening around the world has really taken a toll on everybody, and I applaud you guys for staying patient, and I applaud the developers at DICE for continuing to try to bring us awesome new content. The community transmission, which should contain the patch notes for the Scarif update, should drop any day now, and once it does, we will have a video here at the Star Bazaar going over all the details. So once again, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure to click that little bell icon next to the sub button so you get notified of when the patch notes drop. That's it from me. I appreciate you all stopping by the channel, and I will see you out on the battlefront. Peace.